In theory, these things happen once in a lifetime. I think it is definitely possible that in the next couple of years we see some sort of pullback in the U.S. and potentially the global economy, but I don't think that it needs to become systemic. I don't think it needs to evolve into a financial crisis. I think you can see a 20% sell-off in financial assets without the Fed having to step in and do what they did last time. I mean, this is poised to be the longest expansion on record. Economies are cyclical, so this will come to an end. I think the severity of the end is really what people are thinking about in the current juncture.
Erin, how about you?
Well, I certainly don't expect the exact same thing to happen just because of how we've put in stops and regulation to not have it happen. But certainly some sort of slowdown could be possible within the next 18 months. But we are on really, at least within the U.S., we're on really solid fundamentals here.
Because of the economy and because of earnings.
Because of the economy, because of earnings, just looking at like the type of growth rates and valuations that we're seeing, we're really not at these high peak valuations. Our concern would be more some of the concerns we're seeing in the emerging markets, particularly emerging market debt, Turkey, Argentina. Those areas would be a concern, but they don't have the capability to spread to the U.S.
Is there a contagion factor?
There isn't. One, because they are so small, it's so pocketed, and two, because the U.S. is so strong, we're able to handle any type of issues in the emerging markets.
It's worth pointing out that part of the lessons learned comes from how the U.S. responded versus how Europe responded. Europe was late. They were like 3 years late, and they're still digging their way out. They're still in a QE easing mode where the U.S. is 2, maybe 3 years ahead. Who knows when Europe might actually reverse course? They're supposed to stop QE, but in terms of starting to sell off the balance sheet, starting to raise rates, we're ahead of them. And the thinking is that it's because we acted earlier and more forcefully than they ever did.